Agent Diego Costa encouraged Chelsea to activate the release clause for £65 million. According to Ebola in Portugal, Jorge Mendes, Diogo Costa agent, is currently trying to persuade Chelsea to activate the goalkeeper's release clause. This development occurs because Porto is under pressure to generate income through player sales. Report notes that Chelsea have expressed interest in contracting Diogo Costa as a candidate for Eduard Mendy, the current goalkeeper. However, the stumbling block in the negotiation is a Diogo Costa release clause worth £65 million. According to Ebola, Porto faced the deadline to collect £43 million on Friday to meet the financial fair play regulations. Therefore, they are actively looking for buyers of Diogo Costa, which is considered as one of their most valuable assets, wearing jersey number 99, according to previous reports from Ebola, with Chelsea's words willing to invest £65 million for the 23-year-old goalkeeper. However, their choice of payment structure only involved an initial payment in advance of £21 million, with the remaining numbers scattered in the installments. Unfortunately, the proposed payment plan does not meet Porto's direct financial requirements, because they really need £43 million. Mauricio Pochettino received a fortune push of £8 million for Ziyech. Chelsea star Hakim Ziyech can still finish his move to Saudi Arabia even though his move to Al Nassr failed due to medical problems. According to journalist Daily Telegraph Matt Law, there is a belief that he can still end in the Middle East because the Blues are looking for ways to impose sanctions out and free him from salary. Problems in the hips and knees are reported widely as a reason for his medical failure, with Ziyech himself who responded to the claim. On Instagram, he posted a photo of his knees with the words "knee problem." Chelsea was set to get £8 million from his departure, and with the possibility of returning out, the Blues can use whatever funds they receive in the package submitted to Brighton for Moises Caicedo. Brighton Hove Albion wants more than £100 million for Moises Caicedo. Following a number of midfield departures, Chelsea need to strengthen the midfield ahead of the 2023-24 campaign. Chelsea hopes to sign a defensive midfielder who can play with Enzo Fernandez, and Caicedo has been identified as their main target, according to The Telegraph. Brighton has indicated that they will ask for payment of more than £100 million to part with cases. The report claims that the upcoming Declan Rice transfer to Arsenal has set a benchmark, which has influenced Brighton's assessment. The Gunners are reported to have reached a full agreement with West Ham United over a transfer worth £105 million for the British international. With Caicedo 3 years younger than Rice, Seagulls believes that they must set the same price. Chelsea found a duet partner for Christopher Nkunku. Chelsea are considering bringing AS Roma star Paulo Dybala this summer. The World Cup winner has a cheap release clause worth only £10 million and can move even though he just joined the Jose Mourinho team last summer. Italian outlet Corriere dello Sport claims Mauricio Pochettino is interested in triggering the clause to bring Dybala to the Premier League. The Argentine player wants to increase his attack option ahead of next season after welcoming Christopher Nkunku and Nicholas Jackson to the club this summer. Although available at a very cheap price, Dybala will demand a large salary after becoming one of the players with the highest income of Rome last summer. Football London said, Dybala is not a talisman striker who is believed to have been brought in by Chelsea, but he is clearly an increase in what we have seen at Stamford Bridge for some time. West Ham held further talks with Juventus regarding Denis Zakaria's loan agreement. West Ham sought a replacement for Declan Rice and had held further discussions with Juventus regarding the loan agreement for Denis Zakaria. The midfielder spent last season on loan at Chelsea but failed to appear impressive at Stamford Bridge, only making 7 Premier League performances. Chelsea did not want to meet the clause that would make Zakaria's move permanent. However, this did not make irons stop. The Swiss international. It is believed that the conversation has been held to discuss the transfer details. Swiss international players can find themselves back to London when West Ham and Juventus negotiate. Previously, it was reported that Zakaria had been lined up as a candidate for a replacement for Declan Rice. Juventus are reportedly willing to let the midfielder go this summer, and returning to London can be a plan. It still needs to be seen whether the agreement can be achieved. but everything moves in the right direction for Zakaria to return to the Premier League. Chelsea did not pay £21 million in a hurry even though the attacker had brilliant talent. Chelsea are in a conversation with Flamengo to contract Matheus Franca, but has not yet completed an agreement. Happen next, Nizar Cancela has led reporting about this story so far, and her latest report for Evening Standard claims that many things are not as advanced as people think. Chelsea want the attacker, and is exploring the move of the 19-year-old player. But nothing has been done yet, and Brazil asks for £21 million to their latest gems. Considering he would not immediately play a role in the first team, Chelsea could not imagine the club would pay for things like that. They are able to be patient and truly reduce the price, hopefully contains an agreement with performance-based incentives and bonuses to protect Chelsea from total failure. Chelsea have many other things to worry about on their first-team goalkeeper, central midfielder, and striker, who is the most urgent. The more likely transfer will make the winger will be valued worth €20 million. Christian Pulisic did not attract much of the previous attention in the transfer window, but now he looks closer to the move to AC Milan. Milan has raised their offer to close to €20 million plus bonuses, and by charming describing they have fixed. The transfer of Christian Pulisic to AC Milan seems increasingly possible. Milan has changed their last offer to Chelsea by raising it a little to around €20 million plus a bonus. Chelsea wants something like €25 million. Milan now offers €20 million plus bonuses. That is the possibility of making them stay a few days to agree to the agreement, and we can see the Pulisic immediately wearing a Milan uniform if there are no unexpected obstacles. Chelsea stood firmly when Brighton demanded £100 million for Moises Caicedo. Chelsea are determined to survive in the ongoing negotiations for the acquisition of Moises Caicedo, because Brighton insists for the minimum cost of £100 million for the talented midfielder. Cases is the main target of Chelsea when they try to strengthen their midfield under the guidance of manager Mauricio Pochettino. While Chelsea believes that the offer of around £80 million will be enough to secure the services of the Ecuador international player, Brighton points to the £105 million transfer from West Ham to Arsenal by Declan Rice as a benchmark. Brighton, who has lost midfielder Alexis Mac Allister to Liverpool, is determined to do difficult bargaining. The club has refused an offer from Arsenal and Chelsea for Caicedo in January, and the 21-year-old midfielder has signed a contract until 2027, with an additional one-year option. A positive aspect for Pochettino is that Caicedo himself wants to move to Stamford Bridge. Chelsea are preparing to intensify efforts to contract goalkeeper Porto Diogo Costa with full attention. Some reports suggest that the cost of €50 million will be accepted. Others claim that Porto insists their star players will only leave Estadio do Dragão if the release clause is activated. Simon Phillips via Football London reported that Chelsea are now the most interested in getting the services of the 23-year-old goalkeeper. Super agent Jorge Mendes is also involved in negotiations, but Porto has so far proven to be a formidable negotiator. On Tuesday, a report from Portugal claimed that Mendes was working to help the Blues complete the agreement for Costa, but Porto had so far proven not to budge for the price they asked for. Costa matches the current modern goalkeeper, who is very good with the ball on their feet and is always willing to carry out sweeping actions. Todd Boehly paid respect to Chelsea legend Cesar Azpilicueta ahead of the move to Atletico Madrid. Chelsea have agreed to release the last year of his contract as a recognition of his faithful service to the club. Azpilicueta has won every main trophy available during his time at Chelsea. Chelsea said in a statement, "Congratulations on everything you achieve. You are forever as the legend of Chelsea." Azpi became the first player to win everything during his time at Stamford Bridge. In the process, he also won the hearts of supporters and confirmed his place in the club's history. Boehly and Abelai said, "Cesar left an eternal trail in Chelsea, as a warrior, as a champion, and as a loyal legend of Chelsea. He has set a standard at the club for more than a decade and shows everyone what is needed day by day to achieve success. The coach and teammate first and now have trusted him to lead by giving an example as a captain. He has done it very neatly on and off the field, something we are grateful for. For that and more, Cesar will always be welcomed again at Stamford Bridge."